SMU's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And Jesse, in this age of transfers, quarterbacks are the hottest commodities. We've seen this guy, but now different uniform, different surroundings. It's his job to get everybody going in the same direction.
Well, he just has to take command of this offense early. And listen, we've seen in recent years transfer quarterbacks have success right away. Think about Will Howard.
Wide open spaces. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, SMU! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Commodores offense has the ball for the first time. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments. It is so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
Let's take a big view here about Vanderbilt. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys have decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
And they fail to hook up on third down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Dropping back, it's Childs. Got the quick pass. Breaks into the open. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Wants to go up top. Using his legs to buy some time. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Mustangs want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw again. Fires to the big fella. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Mustangs are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Skips away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. Oh, a lot of spin. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. To To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
To the air, it's Woods. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring. Down. The Commodores will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. He's got an open man. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Coffee. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Woods. Finds his back in the middle. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. He'll go to the sneak. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
It's complete to the left. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down. And the Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Got his man. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
The play-action fake. It's complete on the right side. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Wants to throw it. Caught. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown Doors! It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Arkansas is currently ahead in this one, but boy, there have to be some nervous moments for the folks in Fayetteville. They have not been able to pull away. They're up by 4 over Tulsa. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Might be calling a hot route. He'll take the deep shot. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Gabe. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Looking downfield, it's Childs. Gets it to him on the screen. Touchdown, SMU! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Scanning the field, it's Woods. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
They'll run it from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too, because of the field position with the offense backed up. They know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate, but they ain't having it. Lots of bodies in the ball.
Turning it on. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. And the Commodores will punt it away on 4th down. Makes the catch at the 45. And the returner will be knocked down. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses.
Gashing the knee on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. The Mustangs are in the hurry-up. They'll go to the air. Still looking, on the move. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs.
I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense starting the season off with a bang.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Quick completion to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, they're able to complete the hitch throw against man coverage. And, hey, quarterback's got to be able to get it to him quickly because he knows that defender is going to be driving on the ball. So really nice job, not hesitating, getting it to him, and then he gets what he can get after the catch.
Working that left side now. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires complete to the right.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver to create enough separation to create a positive gain.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Firing to the right, complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Gives it on the option. Puts him in the spin cycle. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Commodores pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it. How about that one, running it too? Great push up front.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense. Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't.
Touchdown, Commodores! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And the big fella runs right down the middle of the field, runs the post route. You could tell quarterback locked into him, throws it up high, lets him catch the football, use his big body to kind of fend off the defenders and get in the end zone for 6.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quick completion on the out. For just a second, let's take a big picture view of SMU. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little. There he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Mustangs headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw. It's Childs. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught. But how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Under fire. Now he's going to break the pocket. Got a little space. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. The Mustangs have this offense rolling. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Back open in the middle. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, SMU.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the 1st half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Here's the pressure. He's got it along the sideline. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it.
So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Woods. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Might be changing the route. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Coffee. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. The Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Got it in the middle, it's Ivory. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They punt it away on 4th down. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Rides to back on the option to give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll immediately call timeout. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll run play action. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Mustangs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Complete in the middle. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the move, it's Coffee. He's stopping behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man on the right.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. All wideouts, no backs. Back to pass, it's Childs. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. The Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying play action. Bringing the heat. All kinds of time in the pocket. Down the middle it goes. Off and running. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. That is brutal. An explosive play like that to be wiped out by a mistake. It's 4th and 15, but the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running to the left. Fighting off the defender. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Man, oh man, and it's a play like that, a tackle by the linebacker that just galvanizes and energizes your entire team. I mean, the sideline even, David, they were going crazy after that hit.
Everybody goes nuts. And listen, when you have a linebacker that plays physical and downhill like that with bad intentions, that's usually a good starting point for a great defense.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He splits the uprights.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. And the Mustangs can really attack on this 2nd and short. To throw, it's Childs. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 4th down, going to the air. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more.
Touchdown, Vanderbilt! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Arkansas is currently up big right now. So much so, feels like we can hear Pig Suey inside our studio. They're up by 18 over Tulsa. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
Open field on the right. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the 1st down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Fires left. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
And you could tell he thought he had his receiver down the field to make a big play. But how about the defender? Great job running with the receiver, turning his head, finding the football, knocking it away, making sure that receiver doesn't get to make the play.
And the Mustangs in the hurry-up. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. So here they come going for it on 4th and long. The aftershocks of that earlier sack still reverberating. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
It's a turnover on downs.
The corners are walked up tight. Back to throw, it's Wood. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Flying out to the left. Touchdown Mustangs. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
game-changing play for this defense. Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got...
Oh, he's got some space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And the Commodores can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Hold offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They're facing a third down. Back to throw, it's Woods. Gonna take a shot at this DB. It's caught. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Commodores want to crank the tempo. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Coffee. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The give to the tailback. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Commodores will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Here's the shuffle pass. It's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. To the air. It's Woods. Catch in the middle. It's Coffee. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Rides the back and leaves it. Rumbles across the 10, down at the 12-yard line after a pickup of 6. He's up to 86 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game. He's moving out of the pocket. Finds a man on the right. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
On the option. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess what?
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. The RPO, it's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Mustangs will hustle to the line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The give as they work on that clock.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Bounced right back to them.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Throws to the wideout. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Trying to find the end zone. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Now on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Touchdown, SMU! And the beatdown has ensued.
Game 1, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
49, Vanderbilt, 24.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll send the back in motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Commodores will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Here's the return. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop?
Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Mustangs want to move quickly.
On the play. And first down for the offense.
Looking for a man. It's Childs. Turns it loose. Right on the money. It's a running room. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game 1 going exactly how they scripted it.
And he's going to bring it out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Gives it on the option. Oh, better look out. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Commodores come to the line. This situation, you might see, he lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. After the incompletion on 2nd down, it's 3rd and inches. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Commodores will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. One more play to pad the stats. The offense changing the play. Back to pass, it's Childs. Rifles it down the middle. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's running free down the middle. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown in the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. The old coaching cliche goes win or every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.